Hello everybody, welcome to the Empressive channel. There are a few things I want to talk about in this video. First, starting with the City Girls. Recently, the City Girls did an interview on Homegrown Radio, which is on the radio station Real 92.3, and they were asked about the rapper Lil Yachty's contributions to their hit song Act Up. And their response to the question was a little shady. Listen to this.
And then also, what another question I had is how much did Yachty actually contribute to Act Up?
Next
question.
When Lil Yachty heard this, he actually posted and deleted this on his IG story. And shout out to the Neighborhood Talk for actually taking a screenshot of this. He said, "I'm so used to not getting credit for stuff. Certain things don't even surprise me." Now, if you don't know, Lil Yachty actually wrote the song Act Up. In fact, he admitted it in his interview with Karen Frost a couple of years ago.
One day I was in the studio with my best friend Earl, and he played the beat. And he was like, write something for the City Girls. And I was like, okay. And I just did it. I wrote the whole song.
Oh my God.
Except for JT's last verse, but everything that everyone is singing and all, and I wrote the whole thing.
So Lil Yachty already revealed that he wrote most of the song. Now, when the City Girls were asked about his contributions, they were pretty dismissive. Young Miami said next, and that did come off as a little shady to me. But I think the reason why they responded the way they did is because they didn't want to highlight the fact that they don't really write their music. Now, JT does write some of her verses, but Young Miami doesn't write. And rappers who don't write their music are already looked down upon, so they're not going to admit that Lil Yachty wrote most of their song. They don't get points or respect for that. So no, they're not going to admit it. And that's why Young Miami shut the question down. But their answer still came off as dismissive to Lil Yachty because Lil Yachty wrote one of the biggest songs of their career. So he should always get credited for that. Now, I do want to briefly talk about the video that the City Girls released for their single Twerkulator. Earlier this week, they dropped a video, and this video was actually directed by Missy Elliott. And when I was watching the video, I kind of felt like something was missing. Now, I will start with some of the positives. I liked some of the concepts. I liked the whole pink MCM scene. And I also liked the whole scene with the human mannequin heads. I thought that was pretty creative, and it was definitely Missy Elliott inspired. But I thought something was missing in the video. The quality wasn't crisp enough for me. Some of the shots were a little awkward as well. And the City Girls were just kind of uninterested. At least it looked that way. They looked uninterested. And that's the last thing an artist wants to do, is look uninterested in their own video. The artist is supposed to stand out in their video. And I think when it comes to their overall presentation, the City Girls kind of lack something. I don't know what it is, but there's something that they lack. Because I'm thinking if another artist did this video, it would be different. An artist like Bree Runway would have ate a video like this because she just has the star power. She has the presence. She knows how to deliver when it comes to dance moves, when it comes to facial expressions. She just has the overall energy for a song like this. And the City Girls didn't bring that energy. So that's what kind of fell flat to me. I think the City Girls need to work a little harder when it comes to performing, not only on stage, but in their music videos as well. Now, on to the last topic. I want to talk about Nicki Minaj and Bia. Recently, Nicki Minaj and Bia linked up together and dropped a remix to Bia's viral hit song, Whole Lotta Money. And I actually got a chance to listen to the remix, and I thought it was cool. I especially like the part when Nicki and Bia were going back and forth with each other towards the end of the song. That was my favorite part, and it was cool to hear that Nicki and Bia actually wrote their verses together in the studio. So it was a collaborative effort. Now, I will say this, when I listened to the remix, I did notice that there were some slight references taken from Doja Cat and Rico Nasty's song Tia Tamera. I don't know if this was intentional or not, but I thought that was rather interesting. I think the connection between Bia and Doja is rather interesting in itself because it was alleged that Bia had an issue with Doja Cat. Last year, Bia and Doja were featured on Cousin Stiz's song called Perfect. And after they did this collaboration, Bia allegedly posted some tweets that led people to believe that she was throwing shade at Doja. So it's interesting to hear her take subtle references from Doja's song. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but some Doja fans were not feeling that at all. And they think that this whole collaboration between Nicki and Bia was done to troll Doja. And honestly, I don't really believe that. I believe that this was a business move. Both Nicki and Bia have mutual respect for each other, so this collaboration happened organically, and also they collaborated because they knew that people would be talking about it. And it definitely worked because it had a lot of people talking. Now, something I found even more interesting was the comments that Nicki made in her live video. The comment that stuck out to me the most was when she said she was hesitant to collaborate with other female rappers. And she also alluded to being used by some of these female rappers. I want you to listen to what she said.
So look, whenever you work with somebody, you want to feel like it's a dope bond, and that afterwards it would be great if you guys kept that genuine, camaraderie for each other, because like that would be dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would people work together and then after they work together, they don't have like a rapport? Sometimes what ends up happening is that it kind of feels like people will love you when it's beneficial, right? That's a lot of times what it feels like. People will love you when it's beneficial. How does the line in that song go, Tay, and put in Pills and Potions? And as a matter of fact, my favorite line in that song is, all the bridges you came over, don't burn that yet. I've had so many people say to me, not my fans, but just like people behind the scenes too, they'll be like, yo, you got too nice. Like I said this in one of my verses too, like I nicened up or something like that. And I guess eventually everyone nicens up because, like what's the point, right? But at the same time, sometimes people take your kindness for weakness. So a lot of times you got to go back to that energy. And it's sad. I've seen and watched that in professional and personal life. I want to tell y'all this. Please work hard and do what the y'all need to do in life, so that you never become somebody that gets help or gets a look or a cosign or anything and feel like you could just step on that person after. And then the first day, when, like you said, by the end of the first day, I was like, okay, let me see. Because I've been hesitant, not knowing if I should work with female rappers. And there are some stories that I want to tell about that, because you guys don't know certain things. And I see certain comments that y'all make, and I can tell y'all don't know. But we don't have time today. And today is about Bia. Today's about Bia. That's all. That's all.
So that's what Nicki had to say. And what she said could have been directed at a lot of people. I think some of what she said was directed at Cardi B. But also, I kind of feel like a lot of what she was saying may have been directed at Megan Thee Stallion. Now, I could be wrong, but I kind of feel this way. Now, Nicki did have some rapport with Megan when they worked on the song Hot Girl Summer. And when they collaborated, they seemed to get along very, very well. And the collaboration was a success. Hot Girl Summer actually was Megan's first top 20 hit on the Billboard charts. I think the song peaked to number 11 on Billboard Hot 100. So that was a pretty big milestone for Megan. And around that time, Megan already had a lot of buzz around her. But Nicki Minaj's stamp of approval actually gave her even more buzz. In fact, Nicki's fans rallied behind her, and that helped Megan a lot. Unfortunately, after their collaboration, Megan gradually began to separate herself from Nicki, and she went on to collaborate with artists like Beyonce and Nicki's nemesis, Cardi B. And I think Nicki started to feel like she was used in the situation. She thought she would continue to have a rapport with Megan, but that didn't happen. Megan wasn't looking to build a friendship or an alliance with Nicki. She was looking to get a boost in her career. And the same thing can be said for Doja Cat. I do believe Doja respects Nicki, but that Say So collaboration was a strategic move to help propel Doja's career as well. And this is not to throw salt at Doja and Megan, because I do like them both, and I do think they like Nicki. I think they genuinely like her, but at the same time, you can't deny that they used her in a way for their own benefit. And a lot of people in their position would have done the same thing. A Nicki cosign is actually a huge look for these upcoming female rappers. It's almost the equivalent to a male rapper getting a cosign from Drake. It's a big look, so who wouldn't want that? All of them want that. All of these female rappers would love a cosign from Nicki, but Nicki knows not to give it to everybody, which is smart. And I used to criticize Nicki for not working with female rappers enough, but now I understand why. A lot of them are only looking to use her as a stepping stone. It's a very, very, very competitive game, and Nicki doesn't want to be played like that anymore. So she's going to carefully choose who she wants to do a song with. And she chose Bia because Bia is talented, and she's also a genuine supporter of Nicki, and she has a fresh sound, and she has a hot song out right now. So Nicki hopping on this song is actually a good business move, and I could see this song getting even more traction now that Nicki did a remix to it. Anyway, tell me what you all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.